You'd think a parking lot would be a relatively safe haven from the chaos of the open road, wouldn't you? A place where even the most inept of drivers could navigate without incident. Well, think again, because as we all know, parking lots can be a breeding ground for automotive anarchy. People cutting across lanes like they're on a racetrack, reversing without looking, fighting over the same parking space like a pack of rabid dogs. It's enough to make you want to leave your car at home and walk. And then there are the Sunday drivers. They emerge from the depths of the shopping mall, blinking in the sunlight, completely oblivious to the havoc they're about to unleash. They wander aimlessly, their cars bumping into anything that dares to get in their way. So next time you venture into a parking lot, be prepared. Be very prepared. Because you never know what kind of automotive carnage awaits you. Right, listen up, you lot. We're about to delve into the concrete jungle where the humans seem to forget all known laws of driving. This, my friends, is where the rubber meets the road, literally, in the most catastrophic ways imaginable. City streets filled with more distractions than a phone box full of clowns can turn into a demolition derby in the blink of an eye. One minute you're admiring the questionable fashion choices of pedestrians, the next you're picking bits of your bumper out of a shop window. Stay sharp, keep your eyes peeled, and for heaven's sake, anticipate the idiocy of others. Because trust me, in the urban jungle, the unexpected is always just around the corner, waiting to turn your beloved motor into a mangled mess. You'd think a place called a parking lot would be a haven of peace, wouldn't you? A sanctuary for weary drivers, but oh no, not a chance. This is where good cars go to die a slow, embarrassing death. Dents, scrapes, and the dreaded supermarket trolley ding. It's enough to make a grown man weep. And the drivers? Well, let's just say their spatial awareness is about as sharp as a blancmange. It's a symphony of incompetence, a ballet of bad decisions, all played out in the battleground for the last parking space. So, buckle up, because in this episode, we're navigating the minefield. That is the parking lot. And remember, always reverse into a parking space. It's what any self-respecting getaway driver would do. Roundabouts, those swirling vortexes of automotive confusion designed by some sadist to test the patience of even the calmest driver. It's like a waltzing hippopotamus. Graceful it is not. You've got drivers cutting across lanes, ignoring indicators, and generally behaving like they've been let loose on Mario Kart after one too many espressos. It's enough to make you want to invest in a bumper car because, frankly, that seems to be the only way to navigate these asphalt circuses without ending up as a crumpled heap of metal. So, hold on to your hats, folks, as we delve into the chaotic world of roundabouts. And remember, in this arena, aggression is key. Just kidding. Always be courteous and follow the rules of the road. But wouldn't it be more fun if we didn't? Now, you might think a car park is a haven of peace and quiet, a place to gently glide into a parking space, maybe practice your parallel parking. But oh no, my friends, car parks are a war zone. People reversing without looking, forgetting where they parked, trolley collisions, you name it. This particular incident, though, takes the biscuit. It seems someone mistook their brake for the accelerator, causing a domino effect of destruction. And the best part, it's all caught on the CCTV in glorious, grainy detail. You can almost hear the crunch of metal and the gasps of onlookers. Remember, folks, vigilance is key, even when you're surrounded by stationary cars, because, as we've clearly demonstrated, stationary doesn't always mean immobile. The one-way street. A simple concept, really. You go one way and one way only. But some people, bless their cotton socks, seem to find this far too complicated. This chap, for instance, decided that the arrows and signs didn't apply to him. Perhaps he was admiring the architecture, or maybe he left his common sense at the petrol station. Whatever the reason, he's managed to put himself in a rather precarious position. Head-on collisions are bad enough at the best of times, but in this scenario it's a recipe for absolute disaster. The sheer panic in the other driver's faces is palpable. Remember, folks, pay attention to the signs, and if in doubt, follow the flow of traffic. Otherwise you might find yourself on a one-way ticket to a world of pain. We've all been there, stuck at a level crossing, impatiently waiting for a seemingly endless freight train to chug by. But some people, it seems, have less patience than a toddler in a sweet shop. This truck driver, for example, decided he'd had enough of waiting. Instead of displaying even a modicum of common sense, he decided to play a game of chicken with a multi-ton locomotive. Spoiler alert, he lost. The result, as you can see, is about as pretty as a dropped pie. This, ladies and gentlemen, is why we don't mess with trains. They're bigger, heavier, and considerably less forgiving than your average Ford Fiesta. So next time you're tempted to beat the train, remember this image. It might just save your life and your insurance premiums. Right, you'd think a car park would be a haven of peace, a place to calmly collect your thoughts after battling the open road. Not a bloody chance. This, my friends, is where idiocy comes to breed. Look at this mess. It's like someone let a herd of blindfolded hamsters loose in a toy car factory. One minute you're reversing out of your space, the next you're in a mangled metal mosh pit. And whose fault is it? Probably someone checking their Instagram instead of, looking where they're going. Honestly, people treat their cars like shopping trolleys these days. No respect for the machine, no consideration for fellow drivers. This is basic stuff, folks. Mirrors, signal, maneuver. It's not rocket surgery unless you're driving a bloody Range Rover after a liquid lunch. Then it's a different story. Ah, the roundabout. A marvel of modern traffic management designed to keep cars flowing smoothly and safely, or in the hands of these clowns, a recipe for absolute carnage. Now, I'm no stranger to a bit of spirited driving, but this is just ridiculous. Look at this plum. He's entered the roundabout like he's launched off a ski jump, completely ignored the basic principles of yielding and indicating, and ended up sideways. And the best part? Look at the other drivers. They're just sitting there, horns blaring, as if this sort of thing happens every Tuesday. Listen, people, a roundabout isn't a democracy. It's a finely tuned ballet of gears and grit. And this lot wouldn't know first position from a first aid kit. Honestly, it makes me want to climb into a tank and show them how it's done, but then, knowing my luck, some numpty in a Prius would probably cut me off. Let's be honest, we've all done daft things behind the wheel. Missed a turn, taken the scenic route by accident, perhaps even reversed out of a blind alley while whistling nonchalantly. But this takes the biscuit. This, my friends, is what happens when common sense takes a holiday and forgets to pack its sat-nav. Driving the wrong way down a one-way street isn't just idiotic, it's practically suicidal. It's like playing chicken with a runaway train, except the train can steer and probably has better insurance. And look at the driver's face, the sheer panic, the deer in the headlights expression. You can almost hear the cogs whirring as they try to figure out how they ended up in this predicament. Well, sunshine, here's a hint. Those big red signs with the arrows, they're not just suggestions, they're the difference between arriving at your destination and arriving in the next life. Honestly, some people shouldn't be allowed within a mile of a steering wheel. They should stick to what they're good at, like, I don't know, watching paint dry. At least that's less likely to cause a pile.